What is up, guys? Oldline Games here, back with another video, and today we're doing some Vega tech news. Now, I encourage you to watch the video, but I mean, like, the last time I did a tech video, which was the PC build I did, I got like 25 dislikes and only 10 likes. So like, if you're just gonna crap on this video, like, leave. But if you actually want to hear some of the stuff, then I encourage you to stay. But most importantly, there's this guy on YouTube who, I mean, has actually started out very recently. He started out 2 weeks ago, and his name is Pigate, and I subscribed to his channel, and he's has some really good news, and he has this Ryzen review here, and like, he I don't know, like, his first video got like 1,800 views. Then he has multiple videos in the thousands, one at almost 10,000 views, and his stuff is really quality. He has really good tech news, in my opinion, and I would encourage you to go subscribe to him, because he only has 40 subscribers right now, but like, I think he deserves a lot more, and I think he's gonna grow really fast. So I encourage you to check him out. Link to his channel will be in the description. But first off, for today, we have this rumor that the RX 500 GPUs will be a Polaris rebrand coming in April. Now, this, I find this kind of concerning, because, you know, everyone knows about Vega, so why would this be even a thing? Why would, I just don't really get it. So basically what they're saying is, if my computer will load. Okay, so basically they're saying that RX 500 will exist, and the higher end cards will just be a rebrand. Like, so I think what they're saying is that the 580 and 570 will be the rebrands with like some boosted RX 480 and RX 470 clocks. And then the RX 550, which will be like the cheapest one, people don't really know about, and the 560 they don't really know about, so those might be new architectures. But I mean, I don't really know what is going to happen here. I do like the thought of a 550 to compete. I mean, that would get into like competing with the used market. So like, if that can compete with like a 750 Ti, which is, I don't know, a popular used card, or a lot of the 600 series are popular used cards for like the $50 range. So in the sub $100 market, if that can compete with those used cards, that will be awesome. But I'm not sure how I feel about the rebrand, because I don't know, AMD's no stranger to rebrands. They've done it before with the 390, 280, the 290 and the 390. Same with the 290X and 390X, I'm pretty sure, but I'm not sure. Same with the 280 and 380. And I'm just not exactly sure if that's the best move here, because and I'm not even sure this is true. This might just be a complete bogus rumor, because some of the stories later in the video that we're going to talk about just completely contradict this. So what I will say is, I think that if it's not like a massive performance gain, there's no point in doing it, especially if it's going to cost more than the 400 series. But yeah, I think a lot of this remains to be seen. Will there be a 490? Will there be a 590? What will Vega do? Will there be an RX Fury or something? There's a lot of stuff. So yeah, I'm not sure what is about to happen with AMD's new cards. But keep in mind that is a rumor. I'm not saying it's true, and it could be just completely false. So the next thing I'm going to talk about here is just some of the Vega architecture stuff that would, I guess, point to the fact that the previous rumor might be false. So what they're saying is it's going to compete with all of the 10 series GPUs up to the Titan X and 1080 Ti, and it will all be using HBM2, which is even more fast than HBM, which I'm not even sure how that's even possible. It's going to be freaking insane. And they're saying that there will be a large price range to compete with a bunch of different things, and these are just some of the gameplays they saw at various AMD events where Vega was just killing the 4K benchmarks, which would also, I don't know, if they have it ready playing that just is another reason it makes me skeptical that the 580 will just be a 480 rebrand. And then the next story here is actually a really funny one. So people aren't really sure about this, but basically for the Fallout 4 high-res texture pack update, here in the Bethesda, this is only up. I don't know how long it was up for, but it was up long enough that someone found it and screenshotted it. So basically, they're saying you want the i7 5820K or better, 8 gigabytes of RAM, you know, standard stuff. But what they do, so there's two reasons I'm a bit confused about this. They say that the recommended GPU is either the 1080 or the RX 490. So they say here they might have just accidentally typed 9 instead of 8, but again, that wouldn't necessarily make sense because the 480 isn't even close to on par with the 1080. So the fact that it would be a recommended GPU in line with the 1080 for this texture pack doesn't make sense to me. Also, another reason I think Fallout is a Bethesda game might have some insight into this is because of this. Bethesda has partnered with AMD to optimize their games for Ryzen and Vega, and as we all know, we saw all the benchmarks for Ryzen. The CPU optimization is terrible for all these games. It's like only using the first thread, but up to like 90%, and all the other threads are like 0%. So it's stupid. It's not utilizing any of those cores or hyper-threading, or the SMT. So, you know, there have been some really confused people about that, but I think that another reason, the reason this makes me confused about this report is because Ryzen isn't mentioned in the recommended PC specs at all. It's just the Intel Core CPU that they recommend. So that's one reason I'm not quite sure about that. And then the other thing is maybe this is, you know, assuming they didn't put Ryzen because this was published before Ryzen came out. Maybe they didn't mean to put the 490 on there, but they accidentally did because they already knew about the 490 through their partnership and their optimization for Prey and whatnot, whatever Bethesda games are coming up. So I don't know, I feel like given the partnership, this may just be like a massive mess up, and maybe the 490 is coming. I don't know, maybe that might be some sort of dual GPU card, or maybe even the first Vega card. I'm not sure, guys. But going off this report, if it's in line with the 1080, that would be freaking insane. So that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. I think generally these were all like rumors, so I would not take any of these for 100% truth, but just a lot of interesting stuff was popping up over the last week about Vega. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any other news about Vega or anything else at all, please leave a comment in the comment section below. If you liked this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, dislike it. Can't stop you from doing that, but yeah, so please get subscribed for more gaming and tech content, and peace out, guys. Oh, also, check out Pigate. Link will be in the description to his channel. He will have, I'm betting he'll have some Vega news at some point, given how much Ryzen he covered. Alright, peace out, guys.